Hey, we're almost there. So in the last lesson, we saw that we can create this canvas, we can draw on it, we can update the color using the color picker, HTML5 color picker. And so all this is expecting is just a hexadecimal color value that's equal to whatever the color is. And then the width is also expecting a numeric value, whatever the number of pixels, whatever number of width picks that we want to set, and that's going to adjust that. So all of this is really nice and built in. So there are a couple functions that I did want to run through in this lesson, and that's save and clear. Because what if we've made a mistake? We want to clear the canvas. We have no way to do that. Or what if our artwork is so great that we want to save it? We want to save it to our computer. So we want to be able to do all of this. So let's take clear first, and then we'll take save afterwards. So the first thing that we want to do is make sure that the user actually wants to clear it. So this is just going to be a temp confirm, and I usually do like to ask. So this is just a regular JavaScript pop-up window that's going to ask and see if we actually want to clear. So clear, confirm, and then OK or cancel. And so depending on what the user selects, and at this point now we can take temp, and if it's true, then we're going to clear that content. So using CTX and clear rectangles. Remember that clear rectangle where we don't see anything beyond that. So setting it at 0, 0. And then we want to take whatever the width and the height of that canvas is, as we want to clear everything out of canvas. So there's a number of options and a number of things that we can utilize where we can get the height and width of the canvas. So we can use offset as well. So taking canvas and then using offset width, and then canvas and offset height. What this will return back, and you can also try this in the console before you do that. So if you want to get whatever the width of the canvas is, and you want to get the width of whatever the height of canvas is, so you get to see how much the canvas is, height and width, and that's going to also clear it out. So those are dynamic values, and that's all we need to do. So now if I've drawn and if I want to clear it, I clear it, and we can start again. So that was a really easy one. And the save is going to be a little bit more complex. So this is, again, we've got some stuff on here. I want to clear it. Click OK, and it clears out the canvas. So all it's done is done that clear canvas method that was available. Let's add in save. So we've got some artwork. We really want to save it. It's probably the best thing we've ever drawn, and we don't want to lose it. We want to save it to our computer forever so we can always look back on it. And this is where we can use that data URL. And remember, as before, we need to be running on the HTTP protocol. Otherwise, it's just not going to work. So make sure that if you do want to use this function, everything else will work fine within just regular opening up the file within the file protocol. And if you are using brackets, really easy. Just go to File, Live Preview, and that's going to enable the option for the live preview. So let's grab our variable, and this is whatever the data URL is. This is that long base 64, and essentially it's an image character format. So take the base 64 URL, and I'll console log that out before we do anything more with it, just to make sure that we do have it and everything is working as expected. So it does appear that it is passing in that data URL there, and let's draw on that, and it does look like it's still working. But just to be sure, if you are throwing in that canvas error, make sure you're running in the HTTP protocol. So the next thing that we want to do is we want to create an image out of this. And this is also where we saw before, where we just created that hyperlink dynamically. So taking a variable and using document, create element, and the element that we're creating is going to be an anchor text. And then document, body, append child. So taking that link and adding it into the body, and then taking link, we're going to set attribute, and the attribute that we're setting is the download attribute, and we need to specify the image name. So I'm going to just call it image, and of course you can be more creative if you want with this. So image PNG. So this is the actual image name that the user is going to be downloading, as it's taking that base 64 as an image, and it's just converting it into the characters. And so we're using that as image is going to be holding that information. And then we're taking that link and href, and then this is where we use data URL. So this is where we're outputting all of that base 64 content. And then lastly, we're running one more command where we're going to initiate the click. And let's do one more thing where we're going to take document and body, and then remove child, as we'll remove out that element that we just created. So remove it from the visible area and we can recreate a new one. So let's refresh and then save the image, and it's downloading to the computer. I can open that up and you can see that now I've downloaded the image onto the computer and saving it as image bracket 7 because I already have the image.png saved to the computer. So you can also generate specific random values here as well to be more unique if you want to have different unique names for the images that the people are able to download. So coming up next, we're going to do a final review, code review of the application. So go ahead and add in the functionality to save, add in the functionality to clear, try it out, have some fun with it. And coming up next, we'll do a final code tweak review.